Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Ether 1, where I've made a few changes. They started playing this on Saturday, and we were playing the Ether 1 Redux version of the game, which was a sort of newer updated graphics engine, etc. kind of thing. And basically it was being a bit flaky. One of the reasons it, like for example, if you remember, when I first loaded in the game on stream, it decided it wanted to be in Polish. So that apparently is something to do with the Redux version. It's buggy like that, and there's a few other little bugs and weird things. So what I've done is I reverted back to the normal version of the game, the original version of the game, which has slightly less good graphics, but to be honest, I can't really notice much of a difference. So we're continuing in the normal Ether one. I've got up to, I basically played it again up till where we left off last time. So we can just carry on basically, but we're in the original version of the game. So I might as well start back in it, and then I can show you a few of the things that I have discovered about the game since Saturday. So here we go. Let's get right back into it. And I'll say now, the whatever it was, fever, flu thing that hit me last week that cancelled last Tuesday's game, kind of went away a bit over the weekend, but now it's kind of back. I mean, it's hitting my throat and my nose this time, so I'm a bit croaky. So apologies for that, but I'm otherwise okay. So here is where we are. On the what do you call it? Harbour side, I guess you call it. Yeah. In Pinwheel Village, if you recall, we're kind of voyaging inside somebody's mind here. We're trying to access her memories and kind of get some of the crud out of there that's causing her dementia. So we're in a mindscape here, and while I'm here, one of the things I found was over here. So we've got this boathouse, but there's this room down here, and as far as I can see, I can't actually get into it, I don't think. Keep kind of hitting a barrier here, but you can kind of see into it, and if you look over here, it says, there's a little thing here that says what the mind thinks the heart transmits, and it's mind and heart are glowing, and there's two numbers there that are also glowing, and there's also, it looks like there's a picture in here as well, and some other things. There's like a paper on there. I can't really see how to get into that. I could try getting up here. Maybe I can go over here. Can it let me through? No, it doesn't want to let me through. But the interesting thing about this is that is right here in our little case thing. What the mind thinks the heart transmits, and the 1944 are glowing, and this bit of the crack. So I don't know what that means. It's kind of weird. So that was an interesting little observation. Also, this version of the game, they actually explain what the case is. They didn't do that before, or maybe I didn't find the thing that explained it before. But the case is basically, it's a part of um, the mind of the whatever they're called, Delver, and it's basically a part of the mind that's kind of closed off, and it's kind of like a retreat that they can go to if things get a bit hairy in the person that they're delving into. So that's another little interesting tidbit. What else we got? So we've got the boat dock. Right. Another thing I dug up was that A. Bell, if that's Alexander Graham Bell, never, according to, I mean, I looked it up on Wikipedia, but apparently, you know, I couldn't find any mention of him ever being in Cornwall. And this is a Cornish village, so that part's definitely fictional. Well, I mean, the whole thing is fictional, but, you know, like that part, you know, he wasn't down here, which is, you know, I don't know if that's deliberate or not, like, it's a weird dream thing or something, but it should be memories, so it shouldn't really, you know, if she was there, then, you know, Alexander Bell should have been there as well. So I don't know, it's a little bit weird. What else was there?
If you feel lost or don't know where to go, remember you can go back to the case and check the map.
Oh, I like that. It's almost Talos principle, like, you know, "Oh, my child, if you are lost, you know, or you feel you cannot solve the puzzles, come back later." But yeah. Where was I? Yeah, so I investigated the blacksmith a bit. I'll get into that in a minute. One other thing I did was figure out what was going on here. So in here, you remember we had the thing with the baldricks. Where were they? There was a thing with basically sending a letter, which was on here. We had to get a stamp from a drawer somewhere. Is it here? Pretty sure it was in here somewhere. Yeah, because here's the stamp thing. Oh, it's over here, that was it. Yeah, so in here, you'll notice now this book is a lot smaller in this version. Also, I realised what these things were, therefore putting things down on, because I can only carry one thing at a time. But, yeah, this is actually a stamp book. You know, before it was sort of big enough, it looked like it was like a sticker book, but, you know, like for, you know, football cards or baseball cards or something like that, but it was actually a stamp book. So you go over here, and there was a letter here, and there's an envelope, and you put the stamp on the envelope, and you fill out the letter, and somewhere, I can't remember where the stuff for the Morris dancing thing was, somewhere around there anyway. But yeah, you fill that out and then post it off to the post office, and stick it in this letterbox, and then a special delivery arrives, and you get a baldric that was in here. Now I believe I have put it over here, so I just basically need to find where to deliver the box, and then that should solve that little puzzle. So I think I'll do that now. Oh, there's this key as well, which I'll get back to. Yeah, so where is that is that then? Because yeah, isn't it up there? So we got this room with a projector in it. Here it is. So I should, if you look at this, it's a I should say, what was it? What button was it? Sorry. There's a button. Controls, there we go. Zoom. Oh yeah. Hold to identify. It's a baldric, right? So I should be able to just put my baldric
Every
in
single
there.
invitation applied to, and with the same answer. Yes.
And there we go. So we should have a projector. So basically, I think the game structure here is that there's all these ribbons, the little red bow ribbons that are flapping around the wind that we found last time. It looks like we can go collect those. There's 8 of them in each area, and we collect those and we can get through the story. But these projectors are basically little puzzles that you can do along the way. So, like you don't have to do them to finish the game, but they're there just in case. So I'm going to try and see what happens when I do this one.
We received an email today from the Board of Directors. It seems that I'm going to have to submit a report on my findings and treatment progress so far. Funding really is the last thing we need to worry about right now. Anyway, I used the engagement train a couple hours ago, and my patient is still smiling from ear to ear. I really feel like there's a huge well of emotion trapped away inside, and if I can just find the right item to release it, then this will all be of value. I think I may be able to use this patient as a case study. An example of how effective this treatment really is.
There we go. Yeah, so I didn't want to do this off stream just in case it triggered something big. Like the first projector we triggered had that whole relapse thing happen. So that's one down. So yeah, you can basically solve those, at your leisure, really. So what I'm going to do is really kind of wander around.
Real celebration to begin.
Wander around and focus on the ribbons, and then we'll, I can just come back and do the projectors later on, or maybe we might see if we could do one or two or whatever. But we'll wander around and do things, but we'll focus on the ribbons. So right now, I have 6 of them. And I might as well get the key while I'm here. I've also found 2 of those dials as well here while wandering around. So the key, I think, is something to do with the pub, which also has a projector in it. Now the thing with the pub, which confuses me immensely, is that somewhere, it's down here, there is mention of this. So thanks for locking up for me tonight. Don't forget to leave the key in the safe so that I can get into my room when I return. Combination is 1513. So the problem is I can't find a safe anywhere. I don't really know what they're referring to here. So I did get back here. And went downstairs. And there's another ribbon down here that I missed first time around. Basically I think it was over here with that key that I found. This one. That's where that was sitting. But I can't see any other thing here. And that key doesn't seem to want to be used there for some reason. I mean, let me just double check again that there's no other button to use for that. Use artifact, right mouse button. And maybe I have to right mouse button that. Maybe I'll try that. So no. So no. Anyway, get that one.
Hello, Dr. Edmund speaking. No, everything is coming along as expected. He's showing some good progress. I know, but... Yes, I understand. I'll send the results as soon as possible. That was observations. The board are expecting results soon. We simply can't miss this deadline. There should only be one more memory fragment in this area that we need to find. Please don't let me down like the others did.
Right, so I think we probably heard that one last time. Lock door when going to bed. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one. It mentions a safe. There isn't a safe here. None that I can see. There was another door over on this side, but that key doesn't seem to work on there either. So yeah, I don't know. That's something to dig into later on. The other thing I found was a blacksmith, so this could be interesting. I did notice the floor, and when I looked up, I was like, oh look, there's this anchor here, and then I realised that there's this other area here. So I wandered around for a bit, and lo and behold, there's a staircase back here. So go up here. There's a little note thing. Dear Mr. Bell, although I'm grateful for the extra income, I'm slightly worried about the damage you've done to my floor while putting your cables under my workshop. The floor looks very weak and I'm nervous every time I have to carry something heavy over it. Anyway, I've made the repair cable you asked for. It's only a temporary fix, but it should do the job. We'll talk about the floor again soon. So obviously referring to that floor. This one though, dear Aaron, my sleepless nights have now almost stopped. The rolling sound of the boys out at sea help me to drift off every night, and Poppy sleeps soundly at the foot of my bed next to my tools. It has been difficult to continue blacksmithing in the same capacity as an old man. There are so many repairs that I need to do for the locals that I'm just not quick enough to do it in time. Anyway, those Wainwright kids have been playing around the furnace again. They come down to watch the toy boat races on the river, but like to take excursions into my workshop. I know you're neighbours with their parents, so could you ask them to have a word with their children for me? I just don't have the energy to chase them anymore. So we saw the boat races, or the boat race a little earlier on. At least we saw two of the boats. I didn't see where the third one was. Presumably that's lying around somewhere. Now we got these fuse things. I don't know what that's for. We can leave that that key there, I suppose. But oh, orchard key. That's interesting. Let's put that somewhere, shall we? And then we can see temporary fix. Right, that might be handy later on. So here is a thing.
A heavy heart won't hang in the balance forever.
That's coming back up. Oh, wait a minute, that's down, down, down. Goes down to the lathe. So that's like there. What are you doing? What are you for? See, I thought that was going to drop the anchor. So what is... It goes up there, that goes over there. What's happening over on that side then? That's weird, because it looks like that anchor's the only way to get into that floor, but that below floor area. So what happened when I turned that? Now you're up. You haven't changed your height though, right? That doesn't change its height, so it's not pulling that. But that goes down to the bottom there, which is where that lathe is. Hello? I'm sure I've got to drop this thing through there somehow. I just thought I had to do it with that pulley, but there a way I can tie it? Oh, hang on. Maybe I'm gonna pull that. No. No, that won't do. Damn it. That's really annoying. Urgh. I feel like I'm almost there with that one. Just have to somehow attach it. Yeah, lathe, okay. Usually you have to put something in the lathe, right? But that just doesn't do anything to it. I can't turn that wheel or anything. It doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything either. I mean, there's this.
If an artist's tools are kept sharpened, any memory can be etched in stone.
That sounded like it did something. Just not sure what. Oh.
In the darkness, new memories can be painted into our lives.
Well, somehow turning that furnace on did something. 'Cause there we go. Ah, okay, now I'm in a new bit. Ooh, okay. So, there's gizmos here. So, experimental. Note to self. I must ask the blacksmith to make me a connector for the broken cable. I had hoped to have finished my test by now, and I fear that even when the power is back on, that the lamp still won't function correctly. Either way, I must try it. I already have another experiment lined up using sound, and I'm eager to press on. So I think I've got that there. I've got the fix. Ah, and there's a projector. Aha! Oh, we're in the pub. Right, okay. Excellent. So I just need that's a 17 amp fuse or 75 amp fuse. Where's the fix then? Connector for the broken cable. There we go. Put that there. And
Sometimes we find old ones we forgot were even there.
I made something. I don't know what that actually did, but oh, there's a projector.
There's not much I can say about today's session other than sheer joy. We'd set up an easel in the corner of the room by the window, and we both painted together for most of the afternoon. The paintings were remedial, but showed a keen desire to express one's emotions. There's a person in there just screaming to break out. The whole session was recorded, and I believe this is tangible evidence that the therapy is working. I just need to show sustainability to ensure further funding. Of course, full validation and acceptance is still the goal here, but this is fantastic.
Cool. There was paintings involved here as well. So what did this do? Turn on lights and stuff, I guess. Anything different out here? Not vastly, but that was good. That was good. Now, this one was another thing I discovered. So, up here, when one door closes, another opens, but we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which has opened. So, we go here, keep an eye on this door. Ta-da! It opens up. We got another half assembled projector there. And then we're in the new space with bells. There's a safe there. Interesting. So, what's this? Pinwheel Post, May 15th, 1966. Communal funeral held for miners lost. Funeral procession for the 23 fallen workers of Brimclif mine was received by the entire village. Some stood silently while others clapped as the procession passed by. Many showed tears of care and love for the brave men, and plenty placed flowers on the coffins. The fallen miners, Albert S. Gregson, L. Gregson, B. Hemingway, B. Shorrocks, S. Shorrocks, G. Shorrocks, yikes, K. Lewis, M. Lewis, J. Field, D. Penman, G. Thornton, Sean V, O. Farrell, M. Farrell, J. Peterson, A. Westerman, G. Frost, M. Foster, L. Apostol, D. Thompson, L. Disler, D. Wainwright were all drowned when an unscheduled explosion trapped them in a chamber that flooded with seawater from the English Channel. Hundreds of residents from the surrounding villages and towns began to gather at around 9 p.m. BST in preparation for the procession. So, yeah, a lot of same names and names that we've seen already. There's big family stuff. Lots of families here. And what's that? Ugh. Ah! Can we put that there? Ah, there we go. So, we had a combination for the safe. Wasn't 1513. So that was from the pub. The only other one I've got, there's something. Oh, something for the fuse. 0427 was something we found before for the fuse. There we go. Oh, it's a knocker story.
He eats your skin and leaves nothing but your bones, Andrew said with a sinister tone in his voice. That's rubbish, said Rob, sounding a little unsure of himself. Dad works in the mine every day, and he's never said nothing. Oh, no? Asked Andrew. Why don't we go see for ourselves, then? If you're so sure. 'Cause we'll get grounded. Mom said we're not allowed at the docks, even when it's daylight. No, you're not allowed at the docks. I'm the oldest, and I'm saying it's okay. We just won't tell anyone. I don't know, Andy, said Rob. Well, I do. Get your coats. We're going now.
Uh-huh. Another knocker statue there. So, interesting. So yeah, like apparently there's multiple knocker statues to collect. And they will tell you a little different part of the story. Sure, I probably didn't need that. Put that there, there we go. Nothing in there. Right, tenancy agreement. Dear Mr. Bell, thank you for bringing back the tenancy agreement. Your 6-month lease will start next Monday, but feel free to move in whenever suits you best. I know it's only a small space, but it's close to the workshop and you get a nice view of the harbour. Also, it's quite handy for the electricity if you still want to run cables down to the workshop basement. Okay. What about this? Oh, a knocker prototype. I stand and look out of the window at the top of my stairs. Overlooking the lighthouse and the buoys that bob away in the harbour, I feel like I am at my most content and thoughtful. The sound in the distance inspired me to explore different notes with the machine. When I stand here and simply watch, I feel like I am close, unfathomably close to that great discovery. A. Bell. So again, I don't know what this A. Bell thing is about. Like, because I don't know when his time scale is. Like, because it can't be 1966. That's too late. So, well, it's too late to be a phone thing. So maybe it's something else. I don't know. So we got the boys over there. And then there's the bells.
It took 5 months and 2 lots of pocket money to buy such a beautiful music box. Only fair that it should spend a little time in each person's house.
Huh. So, a knocker. Ah. If I have the knocker, the bells are better. Let's run back out here, because the only other thing, of course there's 3 bells on the boys, right? Buoys, whatever you call them. I call them boys. They sound the same though, they're all the same tone. I mean, I could just hit them randomly. I don't know if you're supposed to hit them in a specific order. I don't know. I don't know what rhythm or thing I'm supposed to tap out with that. There may be a clue somewhere, but something to investigate later, I guess. There is a thing down here. What's that? Mining depth fathoms. Ah! What's this? Fulbright. Why can't I take that? There we go. That seems important. Here we go. Nothing in there. A bit of hell. Over there. Read that one last time. You see, the thing with these things is that I think they're a sign that there's something important around that you need to put down there. So that wasn't anything. What did this say again? Different tones of the machine. Stand and look at my window out of the top of the stairs. Now, his bedroom. See, his bedroom is there, isn't it? I think. There's a Was a way up there. Yeah, he had a room. I can't remember where it was. He had a room that overlooked the boys, whatever you call them. Don't think it was in here. No. This was the attic. Got the message. This is the thing with the lovers, thing of the time capsule. I think if I can find where his room was, that might be another clue. Also, there's a way in somewhere there, isn't there? There's something there, isn't there? Actually have a look around here. Yes, I did. Right, 'cause this is where I came in, wasn't it? Yeah. But yeah, I think his room, I'm just looking for Abel's bedroom. This must be the storage shed where those two guys were found drunk. Now, I just need to follow the wires, I think. And where did they end up going? I thought it was up there. How do I get up there? Oh, you've forgotten. Oh well. Or maybe it was up here. Yeah, it was up here. Right, okay. Yeah. So, his cables went from here, 0427. Yeah, it doesn't tell me anything though. This is where I was looking for, but all that does is it's got a gizmo from here, goes down to a gizmo in the basement of the blacksmith, but it doesn't really tell me anything else. Not that I can see. Anyway. That goes there. We've got whatever these things are. And then that's it. That's all it does. So, yeah, I guess that's that. I'll try and figure that out at another point, I guess. So for now, I'm going to carry on. Because here is the last ribbon. Now this one I did get last time in the other, the first game, but I just sort of, in redoing them, I figured this seemed to be the last one on to the next level. So I might as well do it here. So here's the boat race thing, which we never found the other boat for. But let's see what happens.
Remember, Restorer, I will not let you project back to the real world until our goal is reached. Don't worry about what's happening on my end. I'll make sure you're safe. As long as you help me, I'll help you. And we'll get through this in one piece. Now, when you're ready, come back to the case and let's access the first core memory of this evening.
Ah, okay.
Okay, Restorer. It's time to venture into our first core memory. I can't contact you when you're inside, so good luck. When you're ready, activate the music box and step through the doorway.
Well, this is new. Okay. That isn't ominous at all. Oh. They have a camera. Can't seem to... Oh. Oh. That's weird. Huh. Wow. Oh, these are, you kind of, oh, you're kind of reactivating what they are. That's interesting. Can I do that in here? No. Okay. It's weird that I can't just point to the camera, I'm just holding it. So this will be something. A birthday. Nothing there. Nothing good in the fridge. So presents. This was like food, and then something in a box. That's a present, obviously. Nothing there. That seems to be a highlight over here. Ah! You don't do them in an order. Kind of making things brighter doing this, isn't it? Ah! There was a picture there. That wasn't there before. So are we kind of reinforcing things? Oh, there's a camera. This is weird. What do I do? What do I do here? I mean, is that it? I seem to have taken everything. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
So, how was it in there? I can see from the evidence you gathered that the memory showed strong emotional readings that point to a pleasant memory. Again, even happy memories can be locked away for good reasons sometimes. There are at least 2 areas close by that hold memory fragments. These should lead us to more core memories, and hopefully the artifact. From my notes, it seems that you'll need to follow the river further up the valley and see what we can access there. We best get to move on.
Okay, I guess I got everything I need to get there then. Devlin, Harbour. Guess. So this is neat as well.
The mind can be like a blank canvas, or a picture can be left incomplete for a generation, only to be finished years later in life. If an artist's tools are kept sharpened, any memory can be etched in stone. A heavy heart won't hang in the balance forever. Even in the darkness, new memories can be painted into our lives. Sometimes we find old ones we forgot were even there.
So that's probably this one, like this was a thing that
The blacksmith was a vital part of the British town for a very long time, but with industries growing and taking over, they had to find other ways to survive and remain in trade. This particular smith became well known for his sculpting and other decorative metal work. But apparently he became a recluse after the industrial decline and destroyed all of his work.
so you can see, you can go basically go through things. Listened to tones.
The tone, the rhythm, just listening to that melody would never get old. It glistened in the shop window. A music box with the most beautiful decoration. The sign said, "Do not touch." But opening and closing the delicate lid to hear what was inside was just too tempting.
A great man once worked here. Part philosopher, part engineer. His radical new ideas changed the course of history forever. Let's find out what this has to do with anything.
Yeah, that confuses me. Anyway. We go back. Ah, there we go. Right, so we can go through to the next bit. Nothing down there. Let's just go up the river and see what happens. Ooh. That's an interesting thing. It's another area, I guess. Cool. Okay, I won't go there yet. I might be getting ahead of myself there. Excuse me. So, this does remind me of another interesting observation that I had. Ooh. What's through here? What's this? Brimclif mine. Can I actually go in there? Oh, I can.
Listen, I've been asked by management to shut off the machines for the night. They're unaware that you're in there, so if you don't hear from me for a while, please don't panic. I promise I'll be back soon.
Huh. Kind of feeling like I got ahead of myself there. I don't know. That's interesting. It's a very interesting. So that was off the beaten track. So yeah, let's go back here. Oh, there's the mine. And can we go back to Devlin? I thought there was a way to go back to Devlin, but maybe not. Okay. So I'll have to describe it. So when I basically went to, when I started the game again, I went back into Devlin. Obviously, you know, the first area with the mine and everything. So one thing was that the thing that triggered the relapse or whatever was a bit of ether rock, that Ethereum, which we saw in the foyer of the Ether 1 building. We also saw Ether 1 posters in the bedroom of the kid who was doing the Morris dance, you know, collecting all the hats and the sticks and the baldricks. What was the other thing? Yeah, there was a cave behind the waterfall, like when you're walking down into town, into Devlin, into the mine. There was a little branch off the path, and you could follow that around. You go into this cave behind the waterfall, and there was a kind of a box fort in there that was exactly the same as the little box fort that was in the Restoration Room 1 and 2 section in the Ether 1 building, which is outside all of this, presumably. So there's an overlap. There's an overlap between the dream reality and the Ether 1 sort of science reality, and that's a bit unnerving, really, because it doesn't seem like that should happen. So, ooh. That's interesting. Have a wander around here. Well, is this the orchard by any chance? last journal here, the painter's journal. We found the first one. So 10 of 10. Dr. Edmonds has asked me to write in here during my therapy sessions and not at home because I haven't been filling out my book when I'm on my own. I told her I didn't want to do it anymore, but she insisted that I do because it will help me remember things. I just want to paint and I don't want to write. Colours make it clearer. They make everything clearer for me. Today I'm going to paint the view from out the window, and then Dr. Edmonds says Jim is going to come and pick me up and take me back to the care home. Thomas. Like, where am I? What is this place? That looks important. White tree. I kind of like the style of this as well, like the visual style is kind of painted as well, isn't it? It's not photorealistic. It's not, you know, it's not everyone's gone to the rapture. So here's another book. Number 3. In today's workshop, we were asked to paint using a personal life experience as inspiration. I struggled to think of anything at first, as I wanted to think about my time in America, but my thoughts kept coming back to Pinwheel. Eventually I gave up and decided to draw upon an event that happened here in the 60s, something that was traumatic for me and for the rest of the village. The mines, from memory, were dark and claustrophobic, and the men trapped down there were helpless as the water came through the cavern wall. I wish I could remember all their names, and I hope that today's painting did them all justice. My teacher said it was very good, but a little too dark for her. So I'm guessing that's the mine. Huh. Yeah, it's all caved in here, so I can't get in this way. We can get in the other way. So it doesn't look like there's anything else up here, which is interesting. There's this shimmery thing here. There's this locked thing here. So it doesn't look like I can interact with it. Feels like this is just background stuff. So I think I have to follow the river up. Which means I have to go into the mines.
Used to sail model boats down here.
Another random voice. So, yeah, the mines down there. I don't think there's a way to get up over here, is there? So I can get through here, but going through here will take me to Pinwheel Industrial. I feel since I've started the mines, I might as well carry on. I don't know if there's a way to get above ground here. There must be some way to get up there, but probably that'll unlock later on. Ugh. Right, so let's go dig around the mines here. So this is Brimclif Mine. We've already established that she's closing the thing down for the night. There's Devlin Mine. This must be where it all flooded. Brimclif. Some rattling. Her memory over there.
Nobody likes visiting a hospital. So sterile and straight to the point.
This is one of 2 entrances into the mine. It looks as if it's in some state of disrepair. Every search on the web brings me up more of the same. A great disaster happened here. There was a huge event of some kind, and then all of the information seems to dwindle. I'm trying to find some more information for you.
Well, we know what happened. There was an explosion and the mine collapsed. What is doing that? Pumping. Alright, so we got one of these things. Some memory over there. Oh. Interesting. Okay, well, we've got a knocker. There's another knocker. Oil lamp. Gas mask. Compressor manual. Water ramming. Yeah, this isn't creepy at all. Flooded. I don't think I understand. I don't think I want to. It's all underwater now and nothing is left. No voices, no whispers, no knocking, no life. The look on her face when I told her. She already knew. It was so loud when it happened, I think they all knew. All gone. It could have been me. T. Fletcher. T. Fletcher. That Thomas is in the painter. So, legend a tin iron. So there's pipes. So which one is tin? Your tin, your iron. Okay. So we have to knock. Receive what? What is this doing? Engine issues. Mining warden. I noticed that our engines weren't pumping the water out of the mines as they ought to. This is bearable for the meantime, but sooner or later, especially the deeper we go, water is going to become a serious problem if it doesn't get pumped out effectively. I've repaired most of what needs to be done, but I just need one more component to get it up and running effectively. I hope no flooding occurs before I can get hold of it. I inquired with Ken Lewis in repairs, but he says I'll need to order it in. I just thought I'd let you know the situation. That, I think, must be the wheel here, which we don't seem to have. is that? What's banging? How do we get up there? Interesting. Ugh. So that's like right, left, right, left, right. Okay. Seems closer over there, doesn't it, the bang? Can't really hear it from here. And then this is what? Right, left, left, right, left. Yeah, that's not right, but Huh. Got a wheel anywhere? Get up there. That don't work. That don't work. So what do I want? See, hang on. Is there a thing over there I haven't read? Ah. Do not ride the skips. Attention all workers. Yesterday a very serious accident occurred. Two miners, George Frost and Benjamin Hemingway, used transportation skips to access Brimclif mine from the industrial centre. Due to their reckless behaviour, the extra weight caused the skip to derail and crash while crossing the bridge that leads to the compression units. This caused the bridge to collapse into the cabin below. If I find anyone using the skips again, they will be fired. We are lucky no one was seriously injured. Warden. So I guess, have I got to summon something from here? Right, receive from industrial center. So I need tin, then iron 3 times, then tin, right?
Being asked to arrive 10 minutes early and still having to wait for 45 minutes.
Well, there we go. I figured I'd probably want to get something from the industrial centre. And there's a thing. That's a knocker prototype. Let's put you on there. And let's see if we can remember this. That's a Devlin mine one. It seems a bit off. This is a Brimclif one, which feels like the thing I should be using, right? So try and look at it. Those two are right and left. Right and left. And then right, left, right. No. I did it the same way that this was. Okay, right, left, right, left, right. Right, left, right. Yeah? That should be how it works, right? Huh. Right, left, right. What about if I use the other one? It's much less clear diagrams. This is different layout though. That's like right, that's right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left.
Every other person seems to be called through first. The waiting room slowly empties, patient by patient.
Wait, that's flooding? Oh, it raised the level. Oh, you broke through there. Huh, okay. Yeah, that's weird. I thought it would match the Brimclif stuff, but that's okay. So... I guess I just want to grab me an experimental knocker. And... I'll stick that over there. Could be handy later. Because there is a normal knocker here. Receive from Brimclif. Send shipment to dock. Ready to export. Man entering cage. Tin 3. Iron 4. Tin 3. If I try that. Oh, hang on, there's a note here. Notice regarding knocking pipes. Recently, there has been several occasions where equipment or ore has been ordered using our knocker communication system with the incorrect tools. These incorrect tools have damaged the pipes, which now need to be repaired. If you want to make an order for ore or repair equipment, please use the correct knocker tool. I put it out of view for the time being until both the pipes have been repaired. Which was in here. So, I just want to see what happens if I go iron. So 3 tin, 4 iron. Something happened there. Man entering cage, that was. Yeah. Well, I think I can go through. Don't know what else there is to do there. Find out what that bang is. There we go. So central operation F380, fathoms is 380. 1970, May Day Street Day Party, huge success. Annual pinwheel celebrations see crowds of people take to the streets to enjoy festivities, food and fun. Visitors from around the Pinwheel and Devlin area travel to the traditional May Day festivals that were held in Pinwheel Village this bank holiday weekend. Many events were held around the village in key areas, such as Pinwheel Harbour, Pinwheel Primary School, as well as the Pinwheel's Village Square. After the May Day disaster of 1966, it's a delight to see the village bustling once more. So, just thinking, like 1966, I may be misremembering, but wasn't that when Aberfan happened? Well, it may not be May Day, but there was a coal, it wasn't this kind of disaster, but similar. It was some, just that mention of schools in 66. But I think it was in the 60s, they had it was a town in Wales where it was basically the coal, I've forgotten the word for it, the heap, the big pile of coal that was basically sitting there that they were mining behind the school collapsed, and it kind of just all kind of had a massive coal landslide onto the school and destroyed it and killed a lot of kids. Just wonder if that was kind of an inspiration for this thing, but anyway, after much discussion, it's been decided that an expansion will occur to our current tunnel structure. Untapped rock that lurks underneath the coastline and sea can be accessed through Brimclif depths, which is a potential jackpot for tin. As I'm sure you're all aware, Brimclif is currently experiencing a difficult time financially, and an operation like this could potentially turn business around. The drilling operation will commence on April 29th, 1966, and will require all miners to be present throughout the initial weekend to begin work. If anyone has any comments or issues, please come see me in my office. So that was all coming, build up for the disaster. Nothing else in here. I didn't do anything else. So it was 380, was it? I'll have to put that into the thing. Must be a skips, right? It's almost reassembled there. Right. Mining depth 380.
Finally. Please come this way. The doctor will see you now.
That did something. What did it do though? Something like grind, snap, crunch. What we got? Are the projectors up? Ah, there you go. Cute, okay.
I reviewed the doctor's report from when the diagnosis of dementia was originally made. It seems that the symptoms were realised very early on because they were so severe. In a way, it was lucky that we got to it so quickly, but sadly the condition is growing at an alarming rate. The validation is going well. We're really beginning to express emotions on a regular basis, and having the family here means that there's always a source of stimulation. And of course, someone to listen.
Cool. Yeah, like the... I mean, I know the projectors are optional, but they do add a fair bit to the story. And I should point out here that go downstairs. So we got all this stuff. Oh, these are the important notes. Interesting. But if we come down here, this wasn't apparent earlier, but there are memory things here. And the interesting thing, here we go. There's 11, 15, 17. So there's 4. So we can basically, those are all the memories from the projectors that we find. And I'm wondering if the photos end up in here. Oh look, they do. Aha. Oh, that's really cool. That's really well done. Okay, yeah, so the photos end up in the dark room, in the case. I don't know what this is. I should actually check. Like, there's 4 memories. And we have found 4 projectors. And I just want to have a look. Does this dial work on this safe down here? No. I keep finding these dials and I don't know whether they're important or not. But anyway, interesting. So, I guess this is the next bit. What are you? Dear Mr. Peterson, I am writing to notify you that your recent holiday request for May 1st, 1966 has been refused due to Mr. T. Fletcher already being on holiday. An expansion of the mine tunnels is needed and it's required that you attend work on this day, Warden. Which probably killed Mr. Peterson, I guess. So hang on, what the hell is this? A reel. Yeah, hang on a minute. I'm just gonna put that there. Just for now.
The test results back. It's what we thought. The early stages of dementia. If we act now, there's a strong chance we can delay the onset of symptoms. I'll be honest with you. Treatment is expensive, especially without the right kind of insurance. But with the right care, there's a strong chance of you having a relatively normal life in the future. This is similar to what we do.
Interesting. It just kind of fades out over time, that one.
I'm going to be out of contact for a while now, but don't panic. I'll be back shortly.
You're really useful, you know that. There's another thing here. Well. Where to? Let's wander down. Well, that isn't creepy. scoping out the place first. There are many tunnels we can go down. So we've got 2 ribbons at least. What is that? Dead end. Oh. Base. Sexual operations 380. But then it goes 400, 420, 480. Even deeper. Another one of those light bulbs. Huh. Equipment request. Name, Kenneth L. Requested item. 3 drill pieces for hard rock that was encountered at 380 fathoms. Reason. While digging one of the new tunnel systems, we encountered a darker, tougher rock. When we attempted to use our current drilling equipment on the rock, the drill heads bent and warped out of shape, rendering them unusable. We need stronger equipment that's more versatile if we are to continue searching effectively for new veins, as I cannot continue repairs as often. Evidence is very strong that past these rocks that a tin or copper vein may exist. Huh. So they hit an obstacle. Presumably these are the 3 levels? It's not 3 levels, it's just 3 pieces for hard rock. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna zip back here and drop the knocker for a sec. I'm gonna pick this up. And then I can take that back and put that there and retake the knocker. That's 2. I don't think there's anything else down here, right? No. Got this. Strange rock. I was down in the depths again today. The stink of the unknown flooded the cavern, and air of the past can be felt in the back of your neck. The only sound to accompany us is the echoes of our work and the canaries tweeting away, hopefully never stopping. Recently we've been uncovering this strange rock as we dig the new expansion under the sea. A blue crystal that emits the faintest of light. It reminds me of something real and makes me wonder whether any of this exists around us. I struggle to remember the last time I left this place. A ghost or memory, perhaps, I'm unsure, but the rock sure is beautiful. Huh. So they found Ethereum.
It's me. Why is it every time I call, I seem to get the machine? I'm gonna have to assume that you're doing okay, since you never call me back. I'm gonna level with you. It's driving me crazy knowing you're in there. Call me, okay?
It's another one of these more modern messages. It just sounds like there's like a whole load of overlap going on here. It's really odd. It's kind of intriguing, but it's kind of, yeah, I just don't know what exactly is real here and what isn't. Yeah. that. Reminder, taste salt and sugar before use. It's an odd thing to put down here. Very odd thing. Lift to industrial centre. Well, nothing else down here. Don't really want to go into the industrial centre quite yet. So I think we've got 3. These are the ribbons from the mines. Got industrial. We got village. Oh, I guess the village is the overground bit. Ah, okay. It was a bit weird. Okay. So we got 3 down here. Figured out stuff that way, and we figured out stuff that way. So what about up here? Knockers in the depths. I don't like going down into the depths. Something just isn't normal about that place. It's not called the Devil's Lap for no reason, I can tell you. Right now, there are things down there, things that don't want to be discovered. I've heard knockers down there. Grumpy mind creatures that like to torment us when they feel like it. I've heard voices where no man goes, and I've seen wisps that try to guide you the wrong way. Mining ain't for the faint-hearted. Sean V. He was one of the guys that died. So this is starting to tie in with well, with things basically, like Ethereum is what they found down here and may have exploded on them. The knockers being mentioned as well. Is this an elevator? It might be an elevator. Another whispery thing. Hey, look, there's another one of those things from the floor. Curious. Oh, this is a drill. Well, this is weird. Also, the hell is that? There's a picture or something. Oh, it's a guy, it's a miner. It's got something written underneath it as well. There's another ribbon. Yeah, what is that doing there? It's another thing that shouldn't be there. Mine drill, okay. Return you on? Because I think you're going to drill past that way, right? Another... another painter's thing here. Apparently has some kind of formula on it, but... Painter's Journal number 4. I got very confused at the art group today. I wanted to paint a picture based upon my experiences at Brimclif mine in Pinwheel, but my teacher told me that maybe I should try a different subject area. I hadn't painted anything to do with Brimclif mine, and she showed a huge amount of disrespect towards me and my experiences. I lost friends in that mine. I lost a future family member. I will admit, I shouldn't have lost my temper, but it upset me. I was asked if I would step outside and calm down. I feel much better now, and I must have painted that picture as it's hung up on the wall in my room. I lost a future family member. a wife? Oh, it's an odd way to put it. Anything? Yeah, what, the heart thingy, the heart, yeah. So that's that. So is that painting or a painting? So we got two memories over here. How the hell do we get to them? There. No. Well, this must have something to do with it. Huh. What did that do?
Sick twice in one morning. This time it must be right.
That's new, isn't it? That's new. Also, so is this. A new rope bridge has been constructed in order to replace the bridge damaged in the skip crash. Can all workers please ensure that they take extra care when crossing the bridge? I will be tasking George Thornton as your first point of contact if anyone has questions. A new, more stable bridge will be constructed soon, allowing safer access to the air compression unit. Yeah, so the whole thing changed here, because now I can get over here. And that's all boarded off now. Oh, that's darn weird. And this wasn't even visible before, was it? I mean, that is... very weird. But I suppose it is a dream reality. So there's two more through here. Or tramming. Don't know what that one is. 427, 1513, 0911 we've had. Well, 0911 is a time capsule, which we haven't found yet. Oh, we can go in there. Oh boy, that looks like a horrible puzzle. If that is a puzzle. Got my knocker. There's another projector. Knocker!
At this time in the evening, all but a few shops in the village.
Oops.
At this time in the evening, all but a few shops in the village were closed for the day. Andrew and his two very worried-looking brothers had made their way past all the other houses and were about to cross the village and head down to the dock. Only one thing stood in their way. Mr. Jefferson, the innkeeper. He was sweeping up for the night. The whole town knew how much pride he took in his work. He might be there for a while. "It's no good. We'll have to go home," said Rob, glad the adventure was over. "Rubbish," barked Andrew. "Let's just wait. It's either that or we can go the long way round by the river." "I I can't be bothered with all that, Rob sighed. The knocker won't mind what time we get there, said Andrew. Rob frowned, feeling a bit silly that he was so taken in by the story, and had agreed to come in the first place.
Okay. So hang on. Yeah, I've got my thing here. Yes, can I not pick this up? Okay, hang on. I gotta see if I can go pick that up. There we go.
At this time in the evening, all but a few shops in the village were closed for the day. Andrew and his two very worried...
There we go. I don't know why I'm still carrying this knocker around, but... Swap a knocker for a knocker statue. Can I not open that? Got that. Okay, so hang on a minute. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Brimclif mine thing. So there's 2 left, and I know exactly where they are. Oops. Just gonna carry on here. See what else is there. So down here, only other thing was down here was the switch thing, right? I mean, I can try 1315, but I don't think that's gonna work. Ah. No. That's not going to work there. So, if I've got... Well, I don't know what these things are.
Trying so hard. Relax and give it time.
Oh.
Doctor's orders.
Ah. That's a... Still doing the right order. That ain't the right order. I have no idea what order they should be in. 3, 4. I think we gotta put them down in a certain order so that they'll all stay down, I think. I'm gonna guess anyway. But I don't know. There's no way. I have no clue there. Let's go back over here.
Year and 11 months. Home seems so far away now.
Well, this is all different again. Huh. All very different. The shifting landscape of the mine. Dear Benjamin, Benny, saying this does no good, I know that. I wish you'd never gone to work in the first place. You know he always could have been part of the post office with us. There was always room. It breaks my heart every day to think of you. What happened was so unfair. I'm so angry at the mine, at the mining warden in a sad way. I'm angry at you for working there. I keep waiting for you to come home. Love, Mum. That one. Big brother, I'm so sorry for falling out with you all those years ago. So sorry for barring you from the crow's nest. So sorry I could never bring myself to apologise. I still can't believe what has happened, that you're gone. I keep having these dreams, just watching you still down there, watching you from afar when you should be up here with us. I love you and I'm sorry, Elaine. Are these like things that people have left after the disaster? Oh.
As easy as taking an order.
Bible. Why is that there? That's one. Haven't got any Bibles here. I did find another one. I've only got one left as well. Those things as well. Huh. How do I get up here? This is important. Maybe... how do I get into these chests? There's a second one there. Like, can I even turn this drill on? Is there a button on it somewhere, or a thing that I can push? Huh. Another... But that's not the other chest, that's one of the first ones. Right, 480. What is this world like?
One more day and then freedom. One more day to the smell of the sea. One more sleep and then home.
Another reel. What is going on? Why is this all just rejiggering itself? It's another reel. This is so weird. Father. That'd make a good screenshot for the episode.
Soft brown paper with a light inlay from where the ink had been printed. Today, this ticket was as precious as gold itself.
Okay. Another reel. Again, I don't really know why I'm carrying that around. Ooh. Huh. Hang on. I know part one of that somewhere. See if I find part one before I read that one out. Dear George, Daddy, I am so sad that you are no longer with us. You were such an inspiration, loving, caring, warm and kind. You always looked out for your friends and family and always put everyone else first. You remember the time you took me fishing for the first time? I'll never forget that day. The way you always told me to put the fish back if we weren't going to cook them. Always so thoughtful. We will miss you, Daddy. Me, Thomas and Mum. Love forever and always, Jean. Thomas again. Another reel. I don't know what those are. I'm collecting them all though, just in case.
New York to Plymouth. 10 days at sea. 10 days until everyone heard the stories. The great adventure.
Ah. So I don't know what that did. Can I get there yet? It's another bloody reel. This is new. Everything is damaged. Everything is lost down there. Caverns of ice-cold water, rusting equipment, and lifeless bodies haunt the space left behind. There's no sound of workmen's chatter, no buzz of equipment being used. A moment in time when the faces of men lost are frozen in our memories. T. Fletcher. This keeps changing. Everything's just going nuts. Okay, presumably you're still the same. Yeah. So that's reassembled itself. That memory now. Yeah, what was that? It's weird that it's F.A.T.H.E.R. So yeah, Devil's Chamber, Part 2. Her stark, lifeless forms are bodies lost in time, frozen forever deep underground, eternally singing this line. The devil will have his way if you step into his lap. He will torture and torment thee, luring you unto his trap. If you think you can escape his wrath, your mind is addled and lost, for the devil's chamber is on your back, and your life will be the cost. I don't know where part 1 of that is. But, there's things down there. There's a room. What is going on? This is not normal. So can't get in there. This thing is important as well, because that goes piston prototype. That goes somewhere. Nope. So yeah, I can get that memory. But that piston prototype was important in the other place, right? The previous one. I wonder what happens if I do 460. No, just go back to 380. And here I am. So like different parts of time I'm going back to. Which is cool. But I want to go back to 420. Is this where the piston room was? No, that was the other one, wasn't it? Poo. Another one of these things that I can't flick. Huh. Interesting. 400? So I think, can I take this?
Trying and trying for months.
Put that there. So now what does that do? That help? That do anything? I guess it reassembled that a bit. I put the knocker down, didn't I? I thought I put it here, and it's gone. Oh no, I put it over here, didn't I? Well, yeah, well, I don't need it. So, so what's the reels for? I don't know what that's for or what it does, but there you go. And I don't know what all the combinations are, or how to get this going, because this, if you follow it, would go down here, through here, and I think it would sort of smash through this, because it looks like there's something behind there. But I don't know how to trigger it. Well, let's go get the last memory. I can figure that out later. See, one thing I'm still not sure of is who I am here, because I'm seeing all these references to Thomas, who presumably is the painter, But I thought we were in June's mind. Oh, let's see what this is. Anything? Hello? Nothing spectacular happened there. Got all 8. There's another music box. Oh, here we go again. This isn't weird at all. Ooh, that didn't sound good. That did not sound promising. Sounded like a angry, unpleasant voice. Huh. Yeah, crying under the bed. Or crying under the covers. It is not a good memory. What is that? Ugh. What is that? Hmm. One, two. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not doing that one again. We got 4 things from here anyway. Someone leaving home anyway. In not nice circumstances. We got 2 of them. Dr. Edmund seems to have abandoned us. Seems to be anything important in the mine there. toys, hiding under the bed, packing, leaving. Huh. Well, I think that'd be a good spot to leave that. We've done another area. We know how to get to the other part, which is Pinwheel Industrial now, I guess. I can see if I can figure out some of the other projectors as well. And what these reels are for. I mean, can I put that in a projector? No. I mean, they don't look like these reels. So, I don't know what those are. But I'll collect them nonetheless. And we'll leave it. We'll leave it there, I think. So yeah, it's definitely getting interesting. Still not sure how it's all hanging together, but we're definitely piecing more together about what happened at the mine. But yeah, I wonder what those levers are in the mine with the combinations on. So there's been no clues to those. But yeah, intriguing. Okay, well, I'll leave it there for now. And continue on Saturday. So we'll probably have a look at, I guess we'll have to be looking at Pinwheel Industrial on Saturday. And then, if we do that, then do Pinwheel Village on next Tuesday. Then we'll probably finish it next Tuesday, I'd imagine. So yeah, that'd be pretty neat. So, thanks for joining me. We will continue investigating the mysteries of Pinwheel and June's mind next week on Saturday, 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific. Same channel. So I will see you then. Ta-ta!